city friends, I'm Siska Stitches and I brought my companion with me. Not really, she was sitting here, but okay. Today is not a Flosstube, it's a Flosstube extra, sort of. I want to talk about my plans for 2026. Are they all set in stone? Yes and no, as I mean they can always change. I love to change my mind and change my ideas. So maybe it's a fake plans video, if you would call it like that. Yeah, okay. So first of all, the housekeeping note. Normally I film my Flosstubes on Fridays nowadays. This will change as I will do them on Monday, because it fits better the scheme. Yeah. And also, on Fridays I feel tired and then it's difficult to film and so on and so on. So I decided to do it on Monday. And that also gives me a good reason, because the next Flosstube update will be, what date it is? Monday the... I didn't look that up. So Monday the 24th of November 2025. Also because I would have done it today, but I didn't have a lot stitched yet. So for 6 whips I do not have Flosstube. So I postponed it to Monday. Then that gives me the perfect situation, because the 1st of December is also a Monday, and then it's ready for Flossmas. So yes, I will do a Flossmas. So that means if you are new here, Flossmas is each day a video, a small video for the whole month of December. That also means that I won't do a weekly Flosstube update, as you will see me already daily. So I thought then I won't do a Flosstube update. Then what else? There was something more. Whiprate. I decided in December I will do a Whiprate, but a selective one. So all the whips I have stitched at least, or I would say at minimum 1000 stitches on, I will show you. And if there has no stitches or less than 1000 stitches worked on this year, I will not show them. Why? Because I did in July a fully Whiprate of all my 250 whips or something. So plus it's winter, it's cold in my craft room, and yeah, moving all the stuff around to the living room, that's like, why? More work for something you already have seen 6 months ago. So I would say if you would love to see the full one, you still can rewatch the one from July, but that's like 8 hours video, so whatever. So I think with the 1000 selection stitches, it will drop down. I have no clue how many that will be. I didn't count that so far, but we will see at the end of the year, because I'm still stitching, so it still can change. So that said, when will I do that? In the holiday period of my children from school. So I think they are home, does it say here, the week of Christmas? Doesn't it tell it in my planner here? Yeah, dates. It's also around Christmas, that's for sure. Here. 22nd of December they're home until the 4th of January. So it will be between that. When, I don't know yet, we will see. Maybe a bit closer to New Year. we will see that. So that it will pop up on your screen. A live update I will also give you, but I will do that at the end because not everyone wants to know what happened in my life. So that's it. Now I will start with plans. I didn't bring any whip, so you will just see me talking. Yeah, it's early. It's today, Thursday, the 20th of November 2025. First, I said I will not do a planner video because, like I said before, it can be fake plans. It can be real that I stick with it. Who knows? Life is unpredictable. So that's why I thought, okay, I asked yesterday in the group, and a lot of the persons answered that, the members answered that they want to see my plans. So, would I say, is it all set in stone? Some things I still have to decide on. But yeah, I think I can say that I know what I want to do and what I want to reach. And now we have a new thing on the door and they always scratch on the door. So I will let them in because it's annoying me. Yeah, the dogs aren't cooperate too. Especially Hope, she's always chasing the cats now. Nee. So now she's here to say, I'm sorry. Yeah. So, plans. Hopefully they will now leave the door as it is. Yeah, I need my spreadsheet and all the stuff. I didn't print it out so far. But spreadsheet, this is it. I made a weekly scheme, but it was just to see how many stitches I would need to do in a week. I went for around 7,000 stitches a week. We all know some weeks I will manage it and other weeks not. So live carpe diem, as we say, seize the day. So we will see what happens then in 2026. See the door. I need to find my pages. I scribbled a lot here and now I don't find my pages. I think it's the other notebook. I first started with, maybe that's also good to know how I went with this plans, how I started with it. So I made a list first what I wanted to accomplish. So a kind of wishing list. So I want to finish Welcome to the World. I didn't bring the whips, but okay, yeah, you will know it if you watch my Flosstube. It's the gift for the teacher who is having a baby soon. She already had the gift for me, but that she could use for the baby already. Some bottles and that stuff. But the birth sampler is an extra gift. And you will see when it's done and then I will give it to her. Because I still don't have the date and the stuff around the baby. So the name, you know that. So then we have the Hatesall 2026 for one page. Then I have 5 pages for 360 degrees of cats and dogs and Hello Kitty. My kids whips, so the supersized max colors, the 3, 500 stitches weekly. Kingdom 1500 weekly. That's all the same. That you can relate to what I'm doing now. Then I have a Flosstube Frenzy still on my list. Seasonal theme stitching. That's new. And there was something more that I didn't write down. Ah yeah, Hogwarts. The rooms on the castle. they are still working on in the street, so I hope they will not disturb a lot. Yeah, so that's what I started with. Then I started to write in my scheme, weekly scheme, how many stitches that would be. Will it be perfect? No, of course not. But we will see. So, what did I do? Like I said, I have 6 days weekly already within 500 stitches, 3 for my children and 3 for Kingdom. That's the basic of my day already. Then I added the Flosstube Frenzy daily, the Welcome to the World bird sampler gets daily 85 stitches. So I separated it all off. I would say I divided it all. So I have different stuff to do. Then we have the themes for daily 100 and 360 degrees Jungle Kitty. I'm still debating. So let's say it's set in stone, but I do know what I want. I want to get them 5-page finishes, like I just said. So I need for that 350 stitches weekly. Or I can opt to do 360 degrees for a week and then swap to Jungle Kitty for a week. Or I keep them both out and do 350 on both of them. So that's why I'm saying I still have options that I can choose for. Those are not set in stone. I still can swap and during the year, and that's what I want to do. Then I have for the Hogwarts, if you don't know that, that's the floor map from Hogwarts with each room on it, and each room has a whip, and then some characters are hidden in the room. So if I open a door and Harry Potter is in it, then it gets 100 stitches extra. And the basic visit for the room will be 200 stitches. It's not a lot, it's not rolling dice, it's not all that fun stuff, I know. But it's just, I need to have it realistic. So that's that. Temperature stitching fell off the wagon. And the theme was, here is that. Bringing that instead of the temperature. And there I will say what the themes are for my whips this year's and which month is what. But there I had to choose. First I started with my themes and listing up to 12 whips per theme. Then I was thinking, if I do a wheel spin, so let's say 12 is the first 12 days, then another set of 12 is 24 days, and then we have 6 days, around 6 days left for the month. So that gets a bit more. So that means that those 12 whips gets between 200 or 300 stitches monthly. And I don't think that's enough. It's never enough. That's also a thing. I know, it's never enough. But I found that not enough for the whips, because those whips are changing monthly. So I wanted to do 500 stitches around it. So how will I do it? I was thinking to drop down to 6 whips. So we have 30 days, 6 whips is 500 stitches each. Because I do 100 stitches daily. Then I have the decision to make if I will jump back into Color Whirl. That's my Uno game with 6 whips. So that's also a perfect solution. I still do each day the spinning for that game, so that's not an issue. I'm just a little bit worried that they don't get each 500 stitches. So that's why I'm thinking maybe I should put it on a wheel. do them all 6 and then reset the wheel and start over. So there I have still a decision to make what I will do. I also thought to do a bingo board of them, but then I could make a board of 30 boxes, and when it's done, the month is over. But then I have extra work to fill in those boxes, or I should give them numbers, put them around and go with it. So I still have 3 options to go with for the team section. What is certain? 100 stitches a day. How I will do it, like I said, I have 3 options. The wheel spin, bingo board of 30 days. So the wheel spin with 6 whips and restart after the 6, when all 6 are done. Then we have the bingo board or the color wheel event. That's the thing. Why didn't I do Flosstube, not Flosstube Frenzy, 360 degrees and Jungle Kitty in Glamorous 3? Glamorous 3 is also an event of my group where we have 3 whips, and each day I spin. Yeah, I spin weekly for each day which whip it is called for. But then I did the math and I don't get to their 5 pages. So that's why I said I want to give them 2 whips instead of 3. I want to stitch on 2 whips instead of 3. Why do I want to get to the 5 pages? I already said it in one of my Flosstubes, because then I get the row finished. And that's one of my major goals. I want to get the first row finished of those 2. Yeah. So another thing, I think I can go over the look. If I can say you the themes. Yeah, now I will tell you the themes and then I come back to Flosstube Frenzy. Yeah, I will do that. So what are my themes for the month? January was the choice of my daughter because it's her birthday in January the 4th. And she loved to pick whips. So I said, okay, you can pick whips for the month of January. She picked 12 and then I will probably narrow it down to 6. To get them each to 500 stitches. Then in February I have the theme Fancy Ladies. It's not what you think. It's not Mirabilias or whatever, or Bella Filipina girls. This means for me that I have kits with all women in it, ladies in it. So it can be like I Hold Roses, Beauty of the Sea. I have 12 whips with ladies in it, and I didn't stitch a lot on them. So that's the month for them. Then in March I have the month of dragons. So it's all dragons that month. In April I have dogs, because it's the birth month of my youngest son. He loves dogs, dinosaurs. So I thought I have 1 dinosaur listed and the rest are dogs. I have them all already written out. That did I yesterday. So I know which whip is in which month. And I tried to not have a lot of duplicates. So it's really that they get all 500 stitches progress. Will it be finished with that? Of course not. But why did I pick that? First of all, because I already have a lot of whips set in stone. So really pinned whips that I see each week. And as I said, I want to have a variety. With temperature stitching, I don't really have that. because I keep swapping plans, IDs. Then I have the same whip over and over and over because our temperatures are not a lot varying. So I really wanted to have a new thing, and thanks to Stitching Mommy with her monthly themes, she has other ones. I was thinking that's the idea I needed to get more variety in and to get more worked on my whips. So if I would be not bad, but if I would be able, if I want to touch them all, I should really do all 12 a month. But then they only get 200 stitches, and that's 200, 300 stitches, and that's for me not enough to come out of the closet. So that's it. Where was I? Ah yeah, the April month. In May, I have Magic May. So it's all related to magical whips. Harry Potter, I think of. Witches, unicorns, magical, mythical creatures, that stuff. Then in June, I have the tiny cats. I made a division part. So the tiny cats are just like the house cats. July, I was considering between Christmas in July and summer theme. And I still went with summer, just so I would have more different whips. Where is it? Yeah, so all the things I think of that can be summer, I put in here. Like my mushroom village, for example. That's for me summer. You would say it's more autumn. No, because of the colors, for me it's summer. So all the things I think it's summer, I put in there. In August, it's the birthday month of my husband, and he loves the ocean. So all the ocean themes, the ocean themed whips, plus water. So if they have water in it, I put in there. September, we have the big cats, leopards, tigers, panthers, all that stuff. October, it's of course Halloween month. November is Nature November. That's an idea that I got from Adelaide Stitches. All those Flosstubers I'm talking about, I will also put in my description box. And then in December, it's of course Christmas whips. And I think I will start with those also the 1st of December because I want to kick it off earlier. I'm already done with temperature stitching. What I was also thinking, what I also can do is doing 2 weeks, the first 6 whips, and the other 2 weeks, the other 6 whips. That's another idea I could do to not get bored easily. So that's another thing that I still can opt for. But then it will not get 500 stitches. So that's really my issue-ish. If I go for the 200, 300 stitches or the 500 stitches. And my heart says pick the 500 stitches. And my mind says pick the 200, 300 stitches because you have a lot more whips seen then. And more whips touched that year. So if you have comments on this section, please let me know. Or suggestions. That's that. And then we have as last, I think, the Flosstube Frenzy. Yeah. That's another big thing that I have to decide. I love Flosstube Frenzy. I made my list. I will show you. So I started this one the 1st of November with 21 Flosstubers now. So far, I'm this all behind. It's an A5 size notebook. So this is all what I'm behind. Around 8,500 stitches already. It is a lot, I know. So I have two options that I can do. The stitch count will stay the same. 200 stitches for a regular video, 100 stitches for a Flosstube extra. I'm not thinking about Whiprates, Flossmas or whatever. That's still still foggy. But, and 50 stitches for a whip that matches mine. Not as I have it in my stash and it's not started. Really, it is a whip that we have a common started. That's a big difference. So this is the same. I think for Flossmas, if people do Flossmas, I will just do 50 stitches per day. They post a Flossmas because I know Andrew, the runner stitcher, is doing Flossmas too. So otherwise, with 100 stitches a day, it will go up a lot. So that's it. 50 stitches for Flossmas. Whiprates, I will maybe do 300 for it. Still debating and how many videos it is. Like with Jen, it will probably will also be a lot of videos. So it's not an attack, it's what it is, reality. So there I still have to decide, will I just say 4 videos, it's still 300 stitches, or do I do per video 300 stitches? Yeah. So like I said, I still have to make decisions. The other big decision I have to make is how many Flosstubers I will take with me in 2026. I would love to stick with my 21 Flosstubers. But is it realistic? Like I said, I'm already 2 pages behind. Plus, in my weekly schedule, I have around 2,000 stitches weekly reserved for Flosstube Frenzy. But then nothing can happen in my life. So, yeah. See, there is the issue. And if I have to say goodbye to more whips, as in I will delete, as in I will go further with 12 Flosstubers, I miss whips. So that's this decision that I still need to make. And I think I will make that decision in December. We will see how far I am then behind. And then decide what I will do. So what is a different thing? I swapped some whips already with the Flosstubers. Some I kept the same, and others I swapped. Like 6 portals already I did. I changed to Crow Stitcher. First I had Dogs in the Library, but as she is posting a lot, it was a good idea to put 6 portals to her channel. Then the Heaven Earth Soul is related then to Yorkshire Crafter. Stitching Mommy also gets a new whip. New one even. It's Nico Hotel. So yeah. Will I swap them around during the year? That's normally not the idea for this. But as I'm still searching and how many they post and how many I need to get done on those whips, I'm now swapping around to see which whip is best for which Flosstuber. So that's set. The others are still the same, I think. No, Ebony's get here Autumn Guardian. And Crafty Vortex changed to Wizard's Companion. Yeah, and then I think the rest is the same. Yeah, so that's the decisions I still need to do. Can I add more? Yes, I can add more plans, but then I cannot do that. So I think I need to stick with that. So please don't start with a new game or something else. I forgot something. Talk about new starts for 2026. The Hate Hall, of course, is a new start. I have normally the Costage Studio Sal 2026 going on, the Foxy Christmas. I will see when the first page is released when I will start it. If it's not my thing, I will wait and see what's coming more on that part. And what's certain is if the cat shelf from Amy Stewart is released as Super Size Max Color, I will buy that and start it. Those things are set in stone. Those are not arguable. Those are things I will do. Other new stars, I'm not certain yet. And where to pop in. Because I said I'm already big in whips. And I don't like to have 50 whips in a month. So I probably will go with the 6 option for the team. I normally stitch at 15 whips a week, so. But those are same whips mostly. I had 1 month this year that I did 50 different whips and that was a lot. So that's that kind of stuff I want to avoid. So that's why I still need to think what I will do. Did I say something more? Yeah, and the hate sal is into Floss to Friends, like I said. So that's no issue for 1 page to get the Amy Stewart chart. Yeah, that's it. Now I will leave you again. For the group, for my Facebook group, Siska Stitches, I think I will just do what I'm now doing. The Euro Millions posting, the Glamorous Tree color wheel is still going on. Also, the weekly acrostic I will keep for those who... Yeah, I had a mail from the teacher for my daughter. I will read it in a bit. So, what was I saying? She interrupted me. Yeah. So the group is still going on. The weekly acrostic still will post them weekly. It's not that I'm not can do it all, but people are still loving it, so I will just keep posting it. And then live update. This is difficult. Last Monday, we went to the doctor. So we is my daughter and me. Because she had to give her blood to examine it. Because there was a suspicion that her thyroid, there was something wrong with her thyroid because of her weight. that balanced a lot. So, okay, yeah, we went. And Tuesday morning, the doctor said Monday, I will call you with the results when I have them. So I thought, okay, yeah, that can take a couple of days. So Tuesday morning, apparently the doctor called my husband, but he was asleep because he had the night shift. But I didn't hear his phone or something. So yeah, okay. But then at noon he was awake and he said, oh, the doctor called me 4 times. And I was like, that's strange. So then immediately I called back and she was not there anymore. There was her colleague. And he said, yes, the blood results are back from your daughter and her thyroid is working too slow. And then I got the message as your daughter has an appointment the 21st of November, not even set this Friday because I was just in shock. At 9 o'clock with a specialist for children. And I asked him, okay, and what is the doctor there and in which clinic and that stuff? And then he said, oh yeah, it's just in Roeselare and so it's the city, and I don't know the name. You will see there. I was like, how can I go back to visit the doctor if I don't know which doctor I have to see? But okay. So then I was like, oh no, what now? I was really in shock, not knowing what happened. Also Monday, what happened was, before I returned on Tuesday, I forgot that to say, when she had the blood drawn from her arm, she was like pale. And I was like, oh, she's nauseous. She couldn't eat or drink before the blood was taken. So she was really nauseous. And he was like, I need to bring her to school like this. But okay, yeah, I informed her teacher and I asked her then, can you please have a special attention today on Xantia because she was like nauseous and very pale and I don't know how it will evolve. She did. So it's a great teacher. I said that to her too, and already often. My oldest son had her too 2 years ago, and it's a great teacher. So the best of the school, and it's not to brag, but it really is. She's sweet. She is there for the children. That's a teacher who loves her job, who loves the children. Like my, and now I'm wandering off, but my youngest son has another teacher, a new teacher, and she's like impolite. Like when I go to read on Tuesdays, she even doesn't say hi or say thank you for coming, or she doesn't say anything. I was waiting at the door and my son said to her, there is someone at the door, and she says, oh, and so I was like, if that is a person that needs to learn the children manners, oh my god. So no, it's not my friend. Also because, in my opinion, she isn't enough present for the children. And I mean, sometimes at school at noon she say, oh, I'm off, bye. I heard already often from my son my teacher went off. Okay, that's all possible. Then with his report, you know, maybe if you don't know, he had a lot speech therapy last year. So I wanted to know if I had to restart that or not, or what I need to do it for him. Because in June there was decided that he could have a break with speech therapy because those sessions are limited, and if we use them all and he really needs them, he cannot get them anymore. So I was waiting for the first report. Do I need to restart that, and so on. But his results were very, I would say, very well. He had not bad points. But I had a comment about my son. Was like, what is she saying about my son? And yeah, in fact, she called him rude. I would say like I cannot explain it as difficult. She called him rude because he always wants in the class to answer first or to do his exercises first, and if she is busy with another child and he wants to tell her something, that he is immediately there and he wants immediately response from her. And she was like, that's impolite and it's rude. Yes, it can feel like that. So what did I do? I responded to her with the full page already. Because he had an IQ test in the year before, and there was seen that his memory brain works too fast, so if he doesn't do it immediately, he forgot what he has to do. So it has nothing to do with her. It's just how his brain is functioning. And she calls him rude. If she had taken the time to talk with his teacher from last year, she had known. So yeah, and I think she didn't take that in gratitude because, yeah, she ignores me. But that's it. That was different. Still back to my daughter. With 3 children, you have a lot of going on. That's the thing. Yeah. So Tuesday, the doctor called. Then I was like, okay, I want to call to the hospital to see if I heard the date that she has to come in correctly, because I was in shock. I even put it just in the book, not on the correct date. I was just, what's happening here? Because normally, if we need a specialist, you have to wait 1 month or at least 3 months to get an appointment. And now the doctor did it, and it went also fast. So it has to be urgent. And that threw me off too. So I called, then I was at the wrong place. I was at the specialist for the adults instead of for the children. Yeah. But it was correct. The date was correct, and I noted it down. Then I still have to call today to ask if she has to be not drinking and eating again for tomorrow. Then I called my mother, my father. No response. 2 times, 3 times, no response. Okay, yeah. I thought maybe she's in the hospital because she has a lot of appointments too. No ID. Then I got a message. I'm in Egypt we are in Egypt until the 3rd of December. That was the second shock. But I mean, I'm their daughter and I don't know they're on holiday. They couldn't message me that, oh, we are off. We are gone. No, that was too much asked. So I was like, again, put on the stand of, you are not counting in the family. Because my brother will know it and my niece will know it, but I will not know it. So I was again like, oh yeah, here we go again. And then I was still in shock because I had other news, because I saw the blood result of my daughter, and apparently her blood is special. She has a negative as blood type. I have O positive. And my husband checked, and he has A positive. So how on earth can she be A negative? I don't know. I searched for answers on that, and I found that it can be if we are having some genes both in our DNA that she can be negative. So that was really, really weird. Yeah. And then I saw the thing in my husband, so she's mine. And I said, of course she's yours. So how she gets up with negative, I don't know. But then that was only the issue. The other issue was will be when she ever gets a child and she has the negative blood and her baby is positive, then she will reject the baby. So then she needs the injection to not reject the baby. So it's again another thing that she will have to go through when she is older. And already with the thyroid for her life, I was like, what did I do wrong? Why can I take it over from her? What did I... She doesn't deserve that. She's 11 years old. She has to be fun in her life. So I'm still like, what's happening? So Friday, tomorrow, they will do an echo, or is it an ultrasound in English, to see to look at the thyroid, his form. Is it swollen? Is it bigger? Whatever. Because it's for what I read, it can be 3 options. She's born with it. There's something wrong with the thyroid itself. And 3, the sickness of the illness of Hashimoto, where her immune system attacks her thyroid. That's what I found so far. Is it correct? I don't know. I will hear it tomorrow. Yeah. So that's also another thing. Then the other questions are arisen. Will my other children have it too? I was checked multiple times for my thyroid. It was always good. My husband was checked. It was fine. So we don't know where she got it from. They say it can be also inherited. But then we don't know from who. My mother had thyroid cancer. Her thyroid was removed last year, I think. So that's not the same. So we are not knowing what will happen, and yeah. So that's life. See, it's a lot. And I'm still thinking how do I manage this all? My oldest son is doing well at school for now. I still try to keep his gaming short, but it's not always working. And then his exam period will start soon in December. So yeah, hopefully he will get his nice results. He had issues with his gym teacher. Yeah, he doesn't like gym. And the reason is his teacher, because she always give him bad bones. So that's not really stimulating to even sport at all, because she's saying you cannot do it. So he's like, why should I do it if I cannot do it? If I'm not good enough in what I do, what I'm doing for sport. So that was another thing. For the other things, he's okay. He has good points, but that part, no, it's issues. She really gave him a lot of zeros, and he was so shocked about it and sad about it that he said, she's always giving me a 0. So yeah. I can understand him. I had the same experience, sadly enough. I hope that's not the mailman. So now I'm already rambling for almost 50 minutes. So, suggestions in what I should choose for my plans, you always can comment. Because I still have options to choose for. Yeah. And the Hogwarts floor plan I showed you in the last Flosstube. I think it's not here. I put it away. No, it's not here. Oh yeah, and the duck's still going on. The keychain ducks. I still need 240 by June, so hopefully we get there. Yeah, that's it. So now I will leave you and I will see you again normally on Monday, because I now have only stitched on maybe 6 whips. So I'm so far behind. But life update. Life throws curveballs, like they say. So now I will leave you and I hope to see you later. Bye bye. Stay safe, keep stitching and have a great stitching week. Bye bye.